Vehicle could be a white Lexus at the top of your screen there going northbound on the Florida Turnpike, started in Miami-Dade County. This driver is flying, has not hit anybody as far as we know, no accidents. Let's go to Ralph Rayburn. He's been following this chase for us. Ralph?
Hi, Lynn. Good afternoon. This is a vehicle, the white vehicle that you see at the top of the screen there. That white Lexus was reported stolen, was part of a carjacking that occurred, an attempted carjacking that occurred earlier this morning. Down in US 1 around, I want to say 250th Street, something like that. One of those bolos that they read out that the vehicle was missing or had been stolen, and allegedly at gunpoint and allegedly with an AK-47. There were believed to be two people inside the vehicle, the driver and then the person with the rifle. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit here. What we just passed, Joe? We just passed Commercial northbound. We do have an aviation unit from Dade County up over this, calling out information as to exactly where the vehicle is. And we also have a trooper that you saw down below there, one of those beige and black Florida Highway Patrol troopers that's following the vehicle right now. They're efforting to get more assets, that's the term that they used, to continue to follow this vehicle and try to get this vehicle stopped. It is traveling at a pretty brisk pace right here. We have not coordinated yet the speedometer that we can put up there sometimes to show you, but the vehicle continues northbound on the turnpike, and as we said just a short time ago, the police have been following it now. Well, we didn't say a short time ago, but have been following it probably now for the better part of maybe 10 minutes coming here northbound. Traffic is pretty light right now in this area of the turnpike, and the vehicle is unimpeded at this point. I'll bring the camera back out. I don't want to lose that shot, but we'll show you exactly how far back. We're zoomed out, Max out there, and he's going faster. My pilot, Joe Mancino, just told me he's going faster than we can go right at this point, and we do not see a trooper right now in the camera view, but we are following this vehicle. We do know that the police are following the vehicle. The two suspects allegedly inside, wanted for an armed carjacking that occurred earlier today, Lynn.
So I was going to ask you if you could ask your pilot, Joe, how fast you guys are going, and if you could guesstimate how fast this driver's going. He's been flying across all these people.
I'm not hearing any IFB at all right now. If anybody downstairs can hear me, I'm sorry about that. I can't hear anything. I'm just going to continue to talk, Lynn. Then where are we now, Joe? We're just passing Atlantic, coming up on Covens Road, northbound. This white Lexus vehicle, sports vehicle that was taken earlier today in a what they call an armed 29. I mean, somebody had a weapon of some kind or displayed a weapon of some kind as a threat to get the vehicle. A driver gave up the keys, and two people hopped in that vehicle and took off in it. They read a bolo that's a be on the lookout for that vehicle over the Miami-Dade police radio there earlier this morning, describing the vehicle and giving the tag number and that information out to all agencies. The vehicle was spotted, and they started to follow it. I think the driver realized that there we see the vehicle go right around another vehicle in the breakdown lane. Very dangerous situation. Want to remember to advise our viewers that this is live and it's unedited. We don't know what's going to happen here. Sometimes these things end badly. Sometimes they end up when the vehicle has an accident or runs out of gas, or the driver just decides to give up. But right now, this driver is going at a very, very fast pace here northbound. Where are we coming up on, Joe? Coming up on Sample Road right now. That's Sample Road. We just went under or underneath the overpass there, and continues northbound on the turnpike. Two suspects believed to be in that vehicle, wanted for an armed carjacking that occurred earlier. I apologize, but my normal communications to the station and through the system there, I'm hearing nothing but static on the comms right now. So if you're asking me a question or want to say something, I'll just stop talking here and count to 30, and you guys can say what you want to say.
All right. Well, so Ralph can't hear me, but we certainly can hear him very well. You're looking at a live picture from Ralph Rayburn.
I can hear you now. Yeah, the level is super low.
That's okay. We'll work on that, Ralph, on our end. This driver is driving extraordinarily fast, dangerously fast there on the Florida Turnpike northbound, going on the shoulder, the right shoulder and the left shoulder, past Sample Road. It sounds like a good half mile ago.
Lynn, I'm going to come back in and just start up again here. We're just passing the Sawgrass Expressway. You'll see it here in just a second. There's the Sawgrass vehicle northbound there. Just you see the Sawgrass Expressway sign there. And again, there are believed to be two people in that vehicle that is northbound on the turnpike. The vehicle traveling at a high rate of speed. It is a white Lexus sports vehicle capable of pretty high speeds as it displayed so far, not stopping as they go northbound. I do have an undercover, what I believe is an undercover car coming up here behind it. There you go, right in there. He's coming into the screen right now. So we do have an active police pursuit. That's that looks like a county vehicle. That's a Miami-Dade County Police vehicle right there, coming up behind it right there. And there are several others behind it. I don't want to zoom out too far and lose the focus of the chase right here. But there are, I count now, at least 3 county vehicles, green and whites, coming northbound here. Where are we about now, Joe?
You can see the police cars right above those 2 words that say special report. So Ralph is saying 3 county police cars are chasing this particular Lexus that Ralph says was reportedly stolen. We also know that they're also chasing this particular driver and suspect from the air as well. So they're on top of this driver. Ralph told us a few minutes ago this car driver refuses to stop because it was involved in an armed robbery. Go ahead,
Ralph. Back with you again. Palmetto Park Road is the cross street here on the turnpike as these as this police chase now that's probably 15 minutes old continues northbound on the turnpike. The vehicle unimpeded at this time continues at a high rate of speed there, using the breakdown lane on the far right side and then swerving back across slower traffic probably doing upwards of 60 or 70 miles an hour, so it gives you an idea of exactly how fast. Glades Road would be the next road northbound as this vehicle being pursued by police continues northbound. There are several Miami-Dade police units behind the vehicle. There's a Miami-Dade helicopter that was overhead here. There's also some troopers now I see coming into the picture here. Let me just zoom out just a little bit, see if you can see them there. There you see the one police cruiser. The guard looks like they're getting off here, Joe. Getting off right here. What is this? Glades Road. Glades Road, and going eastbound on Glades Road. Almost lost control there. He can turn westbound if he wants here, I'm being told. But right now he's continuing underneath us here, going, yeah.
Okay, so Palm
right
Beach,
there.
not
He's
Boca.
in the center
so they're
lane.
in Palm Beach County right now. Got off at Glades Road. Was
going westbound. He's going to be going westbound.
And there's a red light
through the intersection there, against the light, and into slower traffic now. Slower traffic, trying to work his way around it. There are several units behind that vehicle, but he's come into slower traffic there, underneath the overpass there, and coming up on. Let's see here. Yeah, he's going to continue westbound. We're going westbound. We're just a little bit north of the Sawgrass Expressway here. Got off the Glades Road, got off the expressway there, and the turnpike, and continues now.
So if you're just now joining us, I'm going to interrupt Ralph because he can't hear me, but we are watching a live police chase there. Now we're in Palm Beach County, started in Miami-Dade County, went to Broward County. Let's listen in where he's at now. These are 2 suspects involved in a carjacking.
So we're just going to kind of hang with the picture here. We warned our viewers at home and online there a short time ago. Going to be going southbound now, and past the shopping center here into a community. They're going to see the police helicopter here come through the picture here just a short period of time. Yeah, he's turning. The police helicopter is too, Joe, right there, and he's making a curve. Yep.
So driving quickly, not stopping, but not going as fast as he was on the turnpike.
It's 441. Yeah, I think it's 441. And there's the intersection of Lyons Road right there. This is Lyons Road. This is Lyons Road. So we're on Lyons Road there. Slower speeds right now, and coming up to Palmetto Park Road here. Driving around slower vehicles here, but you can see there now right between those two vehicles. Very, very dangerous situation here. As these people try to elude the police department there from the air and from the ground. We're just going to continue to follow here. We're still on looking at Lyons Road there.
So this driver has slowed down, but again, as Ralph has said, they're on Lyons Road right now in Palm Beach County. We're talking just 2 lanes here. There's plenty of red lights that this driver is refusing to stop for. And, you know, we always wonder when we see these live police chases, what is going through the minds of the driver, because 95% of the time they are pulled over by police. They are caught. And honestly, that number is probably even higher.
Being told they go to the wrong side onto the oncoming traffic there, into oncoming traffic. our information tells us he's doing about 60 miles an hour. There you see the car swerving out of the way now back into the correct lane of travel, continues on Lyons Road, still going. Let's see here, we'll let it correct here, but around 60, 70 miles an hour here on past slower traffic. I'll bring the camera back out here, see what's up ahead.
Yeah, but these are...
What is it, Hillsborough? Hillsborough Boulevard?
Hillsborough, okay.
We're still
now
going southbound, right?
We've gone through 3 counties,
Yeah,
Miami-Dade,
still
Broward,
southbound here.
Palm Beach, and now Hillsborough. This driver refusing to stop, involved allegedly in an armed robbery.
Weaving around cars here.
Ralph said earlier that this is believed to be a stolen vehicle, stolen using a high-powered weapon.
Lynn into the wrong lane of traffic, Lynn. Sorry to interrupt you there. This is coming up on Southwest 18th Street through the intersection against the lights here, swerving around oncoming traffic and traffic that had the right-of-way there. So a very dangerous situation here, and as we've done it now several times here, we're warning our viewers at home that we don't know how this is going to play out. Sometimes these things end badly.
We're back in Broward County, Ralph. I'm just going to interrupt you.
Habits accordingly.
So we were in Palm Beach County, Hillsborough. Now we're back in Broward County. So yeah, we've seen this driver just do some dangerous moves there on the Florida Turnpike, flying down the shoulder of each side. That was a few minutes ago. This is a live picture there of this chase now in northern Broward County. This driver refusing to stop. Police say it's a stolen vehicle, stolen from somebody with a high-powered weapon, involved in a carjacking. 2 suspects, police say, may be involved in AK-47. This driver, we've been watching this maybe for the last 20 minutes or so. This started in Miami-Dade County, was on the Florida Turnpike northbound for a good 20 minutes
we're
or so.
I'm back with you. You see the vehicle there go into oncoming traffic, into the lanes of oncoming traffic, not a lot of traffic, and then zip back and forth right there past the work crew there. Again, this is happening on Lyons Road. We're coming up to the Sawgrass Expressway here. It'll be in that area. Just missed the curb, the edge of the curb right there. For folks just tuning in, this was a police chase that's been going on now for about 15 to 20 minutes, I would say. A vehicle traveling at a high rate of speed coming up from South Dade was allegedly involved in an armed carjacking. That here we go. We got stopping underneath the bridge here and trying to make a U-turn. Look like he's going to try to get on the Sawgrass. He's found on the feeder road that goes onto the Sawgrass Expressway right here. So from Lyons Road. So they've continued, and there are still vehicles following. There's a Florida Highway Patrol vehicle. You'll see it here at the very bottom of the screen here in just a second. Right there, you can see it just for a split second, and we'll go back in and focus on the.
So this driver now has made a big U-turn, as you heard Ralph say. I'll just interrupt while we get his picture back. It's now on the Sawgrass Expressway, northbound Broward County. Let's peek in now and listen to Ralph.
An area down in South Dade off of Dixie Highway in the deep 200 of South Dixie at gunpoint, and they're taken from the driver and reported stolen at that time, and the police department down there, Miami-Dade, read out the BOLO of this vehicle. They put it on a sheet, on a board. All the municipalities get it. Now we're on the turnpike coming southbound. They just got on the turnpike from the Sawgrass, and we were back coming southbound. Continue to be followed by helicopter and ground units from both the Florida Highway Patrol and Miami-Dade County. There are other agencies that have been advised of this right now that we understand. We haven't seen them because they're pretty much focused on the vehicle itself because it's going so fast right here. But it is now southbound on the turnpike here. So let me see if I can set a couple things up here.
Well, the good
give
news
you
is while you're fixing your
shows you and something that shows you the speed indication of the speed that this vehicle is going here. So
luckily it seems to be light traffic at this point. I apologize
for doing this on the air, but that happens sometimes with the immediacy of it. We just passed. I'm being told that's that Sample Road right there. So so it's going pretty fast here. So let me here. I'm going to try this here. Destination 9, source 7. So now at home you should have a speedometer at the upper right-hand corner of your screen there, and once it calibrates here, it'll get set. Let me focus back in on the vehicle, and you can actually see how fast the vehicle is going right here. It'll calibrate down to, let's see here. It's going to take a second for it to do it, but again, vehicle now in the breakdown lane of the turnpike. Southbound, just past Sample Road. It's going around the corner there, so we're going to lose it here in the trees for a second. And looks like he might be trying to get off at the exit ramp. He decides to avoid the exit ramp and continues southbound. So again, as we said before, a vehicle that was taken. It's in an armed carjacking. Continues southbound on the turnpike. It went all the way as far north up into just to the edges of Palm Beach County there, and before it turned around, got back on the Sawgrass and then intersected to the turnpike to go south, to continue southbound again, trying to elude police. It is believed at this point that at least one of the people in that vehicle, they believe there are two, and one of them may be armed. So we're going to continue to provide these pictures to you, Lynn. We'll take a breather here and toss it back to you.
Okay, so thank you so much, Ralph. Ralph's going to stay on these pictures, and we're going to clear up our communication. But if you're just now joining us, you're looking at a live picture of a breaking, developing story now in northern Broward County. A police pursuit for the past 25, 30 minutes or so started in Miami-Dade County, as Ralph told us earlier, as an armed carjacking. Somebody who apparently had this Lexus sports car says he or she was robbed basically at gunpoint when the two suspects, we believe, jumped in the car and took off. The car was reported stolen, and there the police pursuit ensued. Started in Miami-Dade County, went northbound to several different counties. Basically, this driver made a big U-turn, went all the way up to Palm Beach County, got back on the turnpike again, endangering so many people's lives, going, it looks to be, if Ralph's speedometer is correct here, well over 100 miles an hour. A lot of times in the shoulder or the breakdown lanes of the left and right side, just flying past all these cars there on the turnpike. The good news is, if there is any, there does seem to be light traffic, thank goodness. And, you know, a lot of people listen to their music. Cars. Go ahead, Ralph. You needed to say something?
Okay. Yeah, every once in a while I can hear your voice, and I'm glad I can. Thank you. We're just passing Executive Airport. That's going to be Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport, and that's in the area of Commercial Boulevard southbound on the turnpike. Here you see this white Lexus sport vehicle coming up to Commercial, as we said, and traveling, as you said, at a high rate of speed here, trying to elude police officers. They are on their radios, they are in the helicopter, they are on the in their cruisers, and they are following and pursuing this vehicle as he takes the exit ramp. Joe, he's going to be curving around in front of us right here. Yeah, it can go either way. We just have to see here now if he's going to go east or west when he gets to the base of the exit here. But he's coming around, making a sweeping left-hand turn here. He's going to go around slower traffic very dangerously there as he goes over the overpass of the turnpike here, just towards Commercial. He's slowing down. And it looks like we're going to have a bailout here. At least one person is getting out of the vehicle. You see somebody with a gun, with a rifle over there, trying to get somebody out of the vehicle. Again, we caution our viewers that that person was not going to let him in. Wow. Very dangerous situation here. Frightening for the driver there of that vehicle as it continues now, that white vehicle. So again, our warning to people at home as we air this video live that we have no control over what's going to be happening down there. We provide the pictures and the commentary. And Lynn, I'll toss it back to you here just for a second here.
Yeah, that was incredible. I don't think we've seen that ever, at least not in my experience here on television. That we saw the suspect in the passenger side get out of the car. Looks like he had some sort of weapon in his hand, tried to get to the stranger in the car behind him, couldn't get in the car, and then jumped back into this white Lexus that police say was stolen. Wow, sign of major desperation. And then goodness, that driver in that gray car kept his or her wits about him or her and did not open the door or roll down the window.
They're going to try it again. They're going to try it again. Both parked the vehicle, both getting out now with a gun. Trying to get somebody to get out of the vehicle here. They're threatening the person to get out of the vehicle to get the keys. They're forcing the car door open here. They've got the person to get that person out. Tell them.
Again, I want to warn people, this is a live picture. This is a breaking story. You just witnessed a crime
That vehicle's
happen.
backing up. It's hit the other vehicle. Now we have officers arriving here at gunpoint here. Weapons drawn. Backing up. We're going to stay with the vehicle. We have a bailout. We have one person running. We know that person's going to be taken into custody there. Now the vehicle has been switched to a Tesla. There's a police car that just missed that vehicle. They're going to be backing up here. They're going towards that vehicle. They know that there are rifles involved here. The police department knows that there are rifles. They just hit another car. We're going to provide these pictures here. They just alluded there. We've seen now a police officer ram it with his truck. He's got his weapon drawn. He's telling the guy to get out of that vehicle, to stand down. We'll see what happens here, but we're going to stay on this picture as we believe the other suspect is now either being taken to, we believe he's being taken into custody, but we're going to stay in this picture, obviously.
Right, and if we could move that banner and see the police officer down to the left there, thanks, Ralph, demanding that this driver get out of the car. I guess you could call it a pit maneuver. Successfully stopped this driver from the second stolen car. We saw a few minutes ago the passenger
Car doors open, Lynn. He's getting out. He's on the ground. He's on the ground. He's complying with police orders there to give it up. Give it up, and now he's going to try to make a run for it. He's not going to get far. He's not going to get far.
Live picture of the suspect, the driver, taking off on foot. Ralph's got a nice
he's in the yard
picture
there between the two houses there. We'll try to stay with him here. We have the police officers from multi-agencies here. He's now crossed over the roadway there.
Looks like he's taking off a jacket. He had a black jacket on, crossing the roadway, going into maybe this canal, it looks like, getting in the water.
Looks like he is, yeah. He's jumped into the water there. He's jumped into the water.
Okay, so...
Oh, my.
Okay, so he took off his black jacket. He's swimming. Maybe, I think he might even taken off his shoes. Looks like socks there. I'm not sure. Swimming to the other side of the canal.
Yeah, there's a police helicopter right above telling the agents where all the officers where he is. They can see him right now. The guy's telling them, where are you going to go? What are you going to do there? They're sending officers to the other side of the street here, to the other block. He's now, let's see where he's right, well, he's in between two houses there, so we're just going to hang right here. He's got to come out one side or the other.
Well, and you hope to God that the people in these homes either are not home and their doors are locked. I mean, just the brazen crimes that we saw happen in the last 20 minutes by these two suspects.
All right, he's now moved in between these two homes. He's running across the street right here. Yeah, as you said before, he shedded his jacket and he's just in the neighborhood. I don't know if he's familiar with this area and he's going home or trying to get home. That does happen sometimes in these cases where the suspect or the person that's being pursued by police just tries to get home. He's getting winded. Adrenaline is probably pretty much drained out of him right now, so he's going to slow down here very shortly. But again, the police helicopter is above and telling the officers where he is, giving them an exact description, reading off a map of exactly where this guy is. So we are going to stay with this. The other scene is behind us now. For people who are just tuning in, there was a police chase that covered a couple of counties involving a...
Looks like he's taking a breather, Ralph.
Yeah.
You're looking at a suspect right there in the white shirt on the right-hand side trying to elude police. To the left of your picture is what just happened in the last few minutes. He was driving that stolen white van, and now he's picking up, again, a little light jog without any shoes, wet clothes, after he's trying to get into that car. Maybe trying to break into a house.
He's trying the car now. He may be trying the front door of this house right here. So we'll bring the camera back out here and see if we can get information as to exactly what this address is for you.
So we're in central Broward County, and you just watched...
Right off of Northwest 54th Street is going to be the address here, just to the south of, I believe it's just to the south of Commercial Boulevard.
Let me just jump in. What you're looking at, viewers, if you're just now joining us, to the left is the end of a very, very dangerous police chase of an alleged stolen vehicle. That happened, the pictures on your left happened just a few minutes ago. The picture to your right is a live picture brought to you by Ralph and Joe of the suspect who's taking off on foot after swimming in that canal and just running through the neighborhood, seemingly aimlessly, looking for, trying that van, the door of the van, trying to open it, and is somewhere around that particular house. So you can see, I mean, police are hot on his tail. They know exactly where he's at.
The police have just shown up at the house. They're here at the house, being guided by the aviation unit from Dade County. They patch all the radios together. This woman right here is telling them, just told the police officers, I saw this guy running through in my backyard. And now had come next door. He was looking at the, I guess that's a Honda there. That Honda SUV, trying to jiggle the handle of the door right there, but they do have an officer now stationed in front of the house. It does not appear at this point that the person, the suspect who was weaponized there, who had a rifle at one point, got rid of, or at least left the rifle in the vehicle when he started to give up. And as we showed you that live, it looked like he was going to, what's the